Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 18 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Sbc Quaresma. So, this lovely item design, he's 86 rated, out on the right hand side of course, Portuguese and playing for Besiktas in the Turkish league. He's got some awesome stats on his item itself: 86 pace, 92 dribbling, 82 shooting and 85 passing. Of course, the winger is 5'9" with high medium work rates. He's right-footed and he's got that 5-star skill moves and the 4-star weak foot. So I've got a couple of different squad options for you today. This one is quite cheap and it will really make Quaresma stand out in this team. Of course, being the only special item as well. But this is the sort of team that I use him in. A bit of a mega squad, really colourful items in this particular team. Lots of path to glory, informs, icons, and of course gold items as well. And he plays as a right forward in the 4-3-2-1. So moving on into the in-game stats then, what can we really expect from this SBC item? Well, on basic chemistry style, I'm impressed. I think across the board in those important areas, you know, pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, he looks insanely good. 97 dribbling on basic. That's literally next level. However, today I've gone with the Hawk chemistry style because I wanted to boost the pace and shooting quite a lot, but it's also useful to boost things like aggression and jumping, a little bit of strength as well. I know that strength is really not going to make any difference whatsoever, but just having him a little bit more aggressive means that sometimes he can get into position a little bit quicker, I find, and stuff like that. And I do like to use the Hawk every now and again. So in terms of pros and cons, we'll talk negatives first, right? We'll get them out of the way. Strength was an issue, like I thought it would be. It's definitely something to note, but it's not a big deal when you have crazy dribbling stats and a whole lot of pace as well. Your job is to evade the defenders rather than getting into physical confrontations with them, that's for sure. Stamina, though, on Quaresma was a little bit lacking. It's under 80, which means, for me, anywhere from like the 70th minute onwards, that last 20 minutes of the game, and of course what would be going into extra time if your game did go there, means that I feel like he's just not got full fuel and doesn't feel quite on top of his game later on in the latter stages anyway, and that sort of makes him a little bit slower, especially when his sprint speed overall is the slower stat in his actual pace stats. His acceleration's great, but his sprint speed is a little bit less. So yeah, later in the game he's going to just feel a little bit slower in my opinion, well, from experience as well. And then just his like finishing stat, I felt like inside the box I took quite a lot of shots and a lot of them got saved or just went wide of the post. He can score from inside the box, obviously. You'll see lots of examples of that throughout this video, but I just feel like I actually had to take quite a few shots in order for them to go into the back of the net, and obviously you won't see them, you'll only see the successful attempts from me today. But yeah, sometimes sort of goes wide of the post and you're not really expecting it. But those are the negatives, and we can move on now to the list of positives, which is definitely longer because Quaresma's a lot of fun. You know, you got someone that's really rapid off the bat. I found that to be the case with Quaresma. Now, his positioning's good, and like I said, he's a little bit more aggressive now, and I feel that when he just decides to get going, he just goes. His acceleration is great. He's got awesome agility and balance as well as a great first touch and awesome dribbling. So he's got the combo that I talk about every now and again. Someone who is quick, who's agile, and takes the ball down well and moves very well with the ball at his feet. That is definitely Quaresma on this game. He's got the added bonus of really good skill moves. He could do everything in the game. He's got 5-star skills. Now, if you are a skiller, that's obviously a very useful thing, and every now and again you'll pull off a skill move, like you'll do a McGeady spin instead of a Berber spin, which is the same button combination, but it's a little bit quicker, or like the odd running scoop turn and stuff like that, and you'll just notice that you get into a bit of extra space with Quaresma, and that's extremely useful in game because that can be the difference between not being able to pull a shot off on goal or scoring a goal. And then my final couple of positives here today are based around his ability to use the ball. So his passing ability is great, feeding the ball through to the attackers nicely. I got 5 assists in 7 games with him, and also just his shot power and long shot ability. I had more success with them than I did the little tap-ins from inside the box. So if I was you, pick the ball up, go on a mazy run, and then bang it whilst it's still outside the box. And well, if you're anything like me, you'll get a lot of success from it. So I really like the Sbc Quaresma. He's a lot of fun. The item itself looks amazing as well. I hope you now know whether or not he's right for your ultimate team, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.